Hello again, and welcome to Math with Dane from the Outdoors. Today we're going to be talking about rotations, and I'm sure this red triangle is starting to look pretty familiar. So, I imagine you're already pretty familiar with the definition of a rotation, seen it in your daily life. We're going to be rotating around our point of origin today, that is 0, 0, right here where this star is. When we describe a rotation, it's important to include two things. The first thing that we need to include is the number of degrees. Today we're going to be looking at 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. You'll notice we're not including 360 degrees. That's because your shape would end up in the exact same place. The other thing we need to include is the direction. We're going to talk about two different directions, clockwise and counterclockwise. So you know the minute hands on a clock turn this way, counterclockwise would be the opposite direction. Before we get started, I would like to go over one pretty basic concept. It's going to save you a lot of headaches. So 360 degrees is our full circle. If we go, for example, 270 degrees in one direction, in this instance counterclockwise, it is the same thing as going 90 degrees clockwise. Similarly, if we went 180 degrees counterclockwise, it's going to take us to the same place as 180 degrees clockwise. It's going to save you a little bit of memorization so long as you can understand that basic concept. So here's our different rotations written out. You can see some examples and the way that it's going to change our coordinates. So for instance, 90 degrees counterclockwise, that's all of my blue here. We're going to change our coordinates from x, y to a negative y, x. Let's take a look. This point right here on our triangle is over 2, down 3. And here's our corresponding point on this triangle. If we take a negative y, so a negative 3, that becomes 3, and our x value is 2. Does that check out? Well, we go 1, 2, 3, and up 2, and that's our point. So that's how that works, 90 degrees, or if we had gone 270 degrees counterclockwise, it would have given us the same result. So again, we switched our y and our x, and we took the opposite of y. If we go 270 degrees, we still switch our y and our x. Instead of the opposite of y, we're now going to take the opposite of x. Our point right here is 2, negative 3, and our corresponding point right here, we take our y value, that's negative 3, and the opposite of x, that's a negative 2. And we are in fact negative 3, negative 2, so there it is. 180 degrees, we're going to make it a little bit easier. You're not going to switch your x and your y values. What we are going to do is we're going to make them both negative. And we would read that as opposite of x, opposite of y. So we got our point here is 2, negative 3, and our corresponding point right here should be a negative 2, positive 3. And it is in fact negative 2, positive 3. So try to remember these rules. I hope this helps and that you have a better understanding of how to find a geometric rotation. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, talk to your teacher, shoot me an email, whatever works best for you. And remember to breathe, stay home, and stay engaged.